take a nostalgic ride back to the golden days of television as we revisit the beloved cast of the Partridge Family and discover just how their lives have unfolded since the 1970s. While some familiar faces have gracefully grown older, others have experienced turns no one could have predicted, including stories marked by sorrow and resilience. From Hollywood fame to deeply personal journeys, their transformations over the decades are as striking as they are emotional. Ready to see who's changed and how? Let's begin. Susan Day as Laurie Partridge. She remains one of the most memorable faces from the Partridge Family. If you ever watched the show during its prime, you surely remember Laurie as the intelligent, musically gifted eldest sibling. Day brought grace and a natural ease to the role, wearing the signature 70s flared jeans and flowy blouses that made her so relatable to young audiences of the time. Born on December 10, 1952 in Pekin, Illinois, she was only 18 when she began portraying Laurie, a character that stood out not just for her musical talents, but for her thoughtfulness and quiet maturity. Laurie faced everyday teen dilemmas, and that authenticity helped ground the series in something emotionally real. After the series ended in 1974, Susan's path veered sharply with her role as Grace Van Owen in L.A. Law, earning her both Emmy nods and a Golden Globe. Her time in Hollywood, though, wasn't without turbulence, including being recast on Love and War and dealing with the uncertainties of showbiz. Yet she persevered, taking bold roles like in Lies and Lullabies, where she portrayed a woman battling addiction. Now at 72, Susan has long stepped away from the screen, but her impact is far from forgotten. She's devoted time to advocacy, serving on the board of the UCLA Rape Treatment Center, and lending her voice to important documentaries on campus violence. Though she's left the limelight, Susan Day's presence continues to resonate, not only for the characters she brought to life, but for the courage and compassion she shares beyond the screen. David Cassidy as Keith Partridge. He brought a burst of energy and charm to the Partridge Family, creating an unforgettable character who quickly stole the hearts of millions. As the handsome, free-spirited eldest son of Shirley Partridge, Keith wasn't just the lead singer of the family band, he was a cultural phenomenon, the poster boy of teen dreams in the early 70s. Often dressed in iconic bell-bottoms and plaid shirts, his playful innocence and musical charisma made him a standout on screen. Born on April 12, 1950 in New York City, Cassidy was just 20 years old when he first stepped into Keith's shoes, and his meteoric rise to fame came almost instantly. After the show ended in 1974, Cassidy tried to move beyond the teen idol image, carving out a successful music career with hits like I Think I Love You. But fame brought with it intense personal challenges, including several marriages and a well-documented struggle with alcoholism. Despite it all, Cassidy remained deeply loved by fans. He kept performing even as health issues began to surface. In 2008, he opened up about his battle with addiction, and in 2017, a heartbreaking diagnosis of dementia changed everything. His health declined rapidly, and on November 21, 2017, David Cassidy passed away at the age of 67. His final words, "So much wasted time," continue to haunt and move those who admired him. A luminous life gone too soon. Shirley Jones as Shirley Partridge. With natural poise and warmth, Shirley Jones became the heart of the Partridge Family, playing the devoted, stylish, and endlessly patient mother of the musical clan. As a single mom guiding her children through both family life and fame, she balanced humor and grace, often appearing in elegant yet casual 1970s fashion that captured the spirit of the era. Born on March 31, 1934 in Charleroi, Pennsylvania, she was 36 years old when she stepped into the beloved role that would define her for a generation. But Shirley was no stranger to the spotlight. Her career had already been decorated with hits like Oklahoma and The Music Man, and her Oscar-winning performance in Elmer Gantry had secured her place in Hollywood history. Following the end of the Partridge Family in 1974, she remained an enduring presence in the entertainment world, from TV and film roles to stage appearances on Broadway. Now 91, Shirley may have retired from the screen, but her legacy is far from faded. Her kindness, humility, and enduring connection to her castmates, including a touching friendship with the late Suzanne Crowe, remind us that her light shines just as brightly off-screen. Shirley Jones continues to embody everything we loved about her: compassion, charm, and timeless elegance. Danny Bonaduce as Danny Partridge. With boundless energy and cheeky humor, Danny Bonaduce lit up the screen as the mischievous second son of Shirley Partridge. His portrayal of young Danny, bold, unpredictable, and always ready for a laugh, brought a playful spark to the show that audiences never forgot. Decked out in colorful 70s styles, he pushed every limit and stole every scene with a sharp wit well beyond his years. Born on August 13, 1959 in Philadelphia, Danny was just 11 when he landed the role that would catapult him into the spotlight. His comedic timing and raw charisma made him one of the standout stars of the Partridge Family. But life after the spotlight proved anything but simple. Danny's post-show years were marked by turbulence, including his candid, emotional reality series Breaking Bonaduce, which revealed deeply personal struggles that played out in the public eye. In the years that followed, he found new purpose as a radio host, lending his voice and personality to airwaves across Los Angeles, Philadelphia, and Seattle. Now at 65, Danny has faced significant health concerns, including a recent surgery to treat hydrocephalus. Although he stepped back from radio in December 2023, his mark on pop culture remains vivid, bold, outrageous, and undeniably unforgettable, just like the boy who once made us laugh from behind a tambourine. Dave Madden as Reuben Kincaid. As the stressed yet steadfast manager of the Partridge Family Band, Reuben Kincaid was the comic counterbalance to the group's whimsical chaos, always sharp in appearance and perpetually exasperated, but never without heart. Dave Madden, born December 17, 1931 in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, was 38 when he first brought Reuben to life. His knack for dry wit and flawless comedic timing made him an essential presence on the show, offering both order and warmth in equal measure. Reuben's role, the one trying to hold it all together, became iconic thanks to Madden's ability to show frustration with just a glance, followed moments later by genuine affection. He was the perfect foil to the unpredictable energy of the Partridge Family, and viewers adored him for it. After the Partridge Family, Madden continued acting, with a notable recurring role in Alice and appearances on other television series. Later in life, he penned his memoir, Reuben on Rye, giving fans a behind-the-scenes look at his journey through Hollywood. Dave Madden passed away on January 16, 2014 at the age of 82 from complications related to myelodysplastic syndrome. Even now, in 2025, his legacy endures, not just in laughter but in the sincerity he brought to his roles. Reuben Kincaid remains a beloved character, and Madden, a quietly brilliant figure who gave the world his humor and his heart. Suzanne Crowe as Tracy Partridge. The heart of the Partridge family's innocence, Tracy Partridge was the youngest member of the band, full of life, joy, and unfiltered happiness. With her signature tambourine and a beaming smile that could light up any scene, she captured the very spirit of childhood wonder. Born on March 6, 1963 in Fullerton, California, Suzanne Crowe was only 7 years old when she first stepped into the role that would define her in television history. Her brightly colored clothes and natural playfulness perfectly reflected the carefree energy of the 1970s. When the Partridge Family ended, Suzanne quietly stepped away from the spotlight. She found contentment in a more private life, working at a bookstore and later at Office Max, living far from the glare of Hollywood. In a deeply heartbreaking turn, Suzanne passed away on April 27, 2015 at the age of 52. Her death was a shocking loss, especially to those who grew up loving her sweet screen presence. Danny Bonaduce's words still resonate. Everyone thought I'd be the first Partridge to go. Sadly, it was little Tracy. Today, her memory lives on, not just as a charming child star, but as a gentle soul whose kindness extended far beyond the screen. Jeremy Gelbws as Chris Partridge. As the original Chris Partridge, Jeremy Gelbws brought a gentle charm and steady rhythm to the family band. His character, the second oldest sibling, was relaxed, cheerful, and often served as a calming presence amid the fun-loving chaos of the Partridge household. Born on May 22, 1961 in Los Angeles, Jeremy was just 9 years old when he joined the cast. His easygoing personality and soft comedic touch helped give the show its balanced tone. Wearing typical 70s attire, he blended seamlessly into the show's laid-back aesthetic. However, Jeremy's time on the Partridge Family was brief. After only one season, he left the show due to behind-the-scenes tension and personal dissatisfaction, a departure later confirmed by both David Cassidy and Shirley Jones. It was a difficult situation, one influenced by pressure from his parents more than personal choice. After stepping away from acting, Jeremy pursued a life entirely outside the entertainment world. His family moved often, and he eventually earned a college degree before diving into a career in the tech field, first as a computer analyst and later as a management consultant. Now 64, Jeremy lives a quieter, more private life in New Orleans, contributing to the business and technology communities. Though his time in front of the camera was short, his role in the Partridge Family remains a unique and unforgettable part of television history. Brian Forster as Chris Partridge. When Jeremy Gelbws stepped away from the role, Brian Forster stepped in, bringing with him a renewed spirit and youthful rhythm that seamlessly blended into the world of the Partridge Family. As the band's easygoing drummer, Chris Partridge was now portrayed with lighthearted charm and a sense of fun that resonated with the audience. Born on April 14, 1960 in Los Angeles, Brian was just 11 years old when he joined the cast in 1971. He quickly proved that he could make the role his own, capturing the laid-back energy and musical vibe that defined the show's atmosphere. With his casual outfits and warm presence, he became an essential part of the family's on-screen harmony. After the series ended in 1974, Brian took a turn few expected, swapping scripts for speed. He found his passion in racing, becoming a competitive race car driver in Northern California. Though he stepped away from Hollywood, he kept his artistic roots alive through local theater productions. Now 65, Brian Forster may have left the limelight, but his contribution to a beloved television legacy is still remembered. Coming from a family with deep ties to the entertainment world, his life is a mix of stage, screen, and speed, a journey as varied as it is memorable. Ricky Seagull as Ricky Stevens. He joined the Partridge Family in its final season, but Ricky Seagull made an immediate impression. As Ricky Stevens, he played a spirited young singer whose playful energy and natural musical flair brought fresh life to the show's dynamic. At just 4 years old, Seagull was the youngest addition to the cast, born on March 10, 1969, in the midst of an era that celebrated youth and charm. His wide-eyed enthusiasm and effortless stage presence made him stand out, a tiny performer with a big personality. Dressed in casual 70s fashion, his look reflected the easygoing style of the show, and his presence completed the Partridge ensemble. After his time on the sitcom, Ricky Seagull continued to grow both on and off screen. He made appearances on classic shows like Little House on the Prairie and Policewoman, and later found his way behind the camera as an executive producer for the film Selected, 2015. In recent years, Seagull earned recognition for his role in the series NCIS, proving that his early spark never faded. Now 56, he remains active in entertainment, balancing his career with meaningful involvement in social causes, mostly quietly letting his work speak for itself. Though he joined the Partridge Family near the end, Ricky Seagull's charm left a lasting imprint, a reminder that even the youngest voices can make a powerful mark. Gary Dubin as Punky Lazar. As Danny Partridge's mischievous best friend, Punky Lazar was the spark of wild fun in the Partridge Family, a burst of youthful rebellion wrapped in a scruffy, carefree charm. Gary Dubin stepped into this vibrant role at just 11 years old, born on May 5, 1959, and instantly made Punky unforgettable, even with his limited screen time. With tousled hair and a mischievous grin, Punky brought a jolt of energy to every scene, shaking things up with antics that made audiences laugh and parents groan. Dubin's presence was magnetic, full of wit, spontaneity, and an infectious liveliness that defined the spirit of 1970s teen culture. After The Partridge Family, Dubin's career blossomed. He voiced Toulouse in Disney's The Aristocats, appeared in classics like Jaws 2 and Diamonds Are Forever, and found his niche as a skilled voice actor in Japanese anime during the 1990s and early 2000s, proving his range extended far beyond the screen. Sadly, Gary Dubin passed away on October 8, 2016 at the age of 57 after a battle with bone cancer. He would have been 66 today. His early departure remains a painful reminder of a talent gone too soon, but what he left behind, the laughter, the mischief, the moments that made us smile, is eternal. Punky Lazar may have been a sidekick, but Gary Dubin made him shine like a star. Gordon Jump as Mr. Albertson. Though his role in The Partridge Family was brief, Gordon Jump's portrayal of Mr. Albertson added a delightful balance to the show's high-spirited chaos. With his gentle demeanor and mild eccentricity, Mr. Albertson brought a sense of calm and dry humor, a quiet contrast to the whirlwind of the Partridge household. Born on April 1, 1932 in Dayton, Ohio, Jump was 38 years old when he joined the cast. While not a central figure, his impeccable timing and warm presence made him a standout in the ensemble. His scenes, though small, were marked by charm and consistency. After The Partridge Family, Jump's career flourished. He became beloved for his performance as Arthur Big Guy Carlson in WKRP in Cincinnati, and later earned laughs in Soap, Different Strokes, and in one of television's most iconic commercial roles, the endlessly patient Maytag repairman, a character he embodied from 1989 to 2003. Jump continued acting into the 1990s, even appearing on Seinfeld, always bringing the same sincerity and quiet brilliance to every project. Sadly, he passed away on September 22, 2003 at the age of 71. His work lives on, a reminder of the joy and comfort he brought to millions. Gordon Jump wasn't just a character actor, he was a gentle force of good in the world of television. Ela Giftose as Bonnie Klein-Schmid. Radiating charm and youthful warmth, Ela Giftose made the role of Bonnie Klein-Schmid one of the most lovable additions to the Partridge Family. As a cheerful and caring friend to the family, Bonnie always brought a positive vibe, whether lending a hand or simply lighting up the room with her presence. Born on January 24, 1945 in New York City, Elaine was just 25 when she joined the series. Her fresh energy and effortless charisma made Bonnie instantly relatable, perfectly complementing the show's breezy, upbeat atmosphere. Audiences found themselves rooting for her not just as a character but as a kind-hearted spirit woven into the Partridge Family story. Following her time on the show, Elaine built an impressive career, working alongside screen legends like Barbra Streisand, Jack Nicholson, and Burt Reynolds. With over 50 TV credits, from Three's Company to Murder, She Wrote, she proved her versatility across both drama and comedy. Later in life, Elaine ventured into lifestyle and creativity coaching, founding The Right Way of Fun in 1989, and even returned to acting in the sci-fi series Mars and Beyond in 2000. Now 80 years old, Ela Giftose may have stepped out of the spotlight, but her spark remains. Her performances, style, and spirited personality left an imprint that still brings smiles to those who remember her, an actress who made her mark with heart. Rosemary Damp as Grandma Amanda Renfrew. As the wise and loving grandmother figure in The Partridge Family, Rosemary Damp brought a grounding warmth to the screen that viewers instantly embraced. Playing Amanda Renfrew, she portrayed the kind of matriarch everyone wished they had, calm, comforting, and full of quiet strength. Always ready with a gentle word or a knowing smile, Amanda offered guidance and levity in equal measure. Her modest, classic style reflected her no-nonsense character, serving as the emotional anchor in the colorful chaos of family life. Rosemary, born in 1910, was 59 when she stepped into the role, and her performance radiated grace and authenticity. She became known for roles that exuded maternal warmth, making her a staple in the hearts of television audiences across generations. After her time on The Partridge Family, she continued acting in film and television, never losing the tenderness and dignity that made her so beloved. Rosemary passed away in 2001 at the age of 90, but the love she shared on screen has never faded. Her legacy is one of gentleness and grace, a quiet light that still shines through the memories she left behind. Mity Hogue as Miss Farrow. With a sharp tongue and impeccable comedic timing, Mity Hogue gave life to the unforgettable Miss Farrow, the buttoned-up, easily exasperated neighbor whose stiff demeanor hilariously clashed with the lively Partridge household. As a woman who just wanted some peace and order, Miss Farrow's constant frustration added a brilliant layer of contrast to the show's free-spirited chaos. Always dressed in neat, prim outfits that mirrored her no-nonsense outlook, she became the comedic foil the audience couldn't help but enjoy. Born on September 25, 1932 in Chicago, Mity was 37 when she played the role. Her delivery was spot on, capturing the essence of a neighbor whose world had been turned upside down by the musical mayhem next door. Over the span of her 6-decade career, Mity appeared in over 70 television programs, including Bonanza and Here Come the Brides. Her standout moment came in 1975 with We'll Get By, where she stepped into a lead role and proved her range as a television actress. Though she passed away on February 26, 2019 at the age of 86, Mity's performances continue to resonate, filled with humor, heart, and a spark that made even the smallest roles shine. Joseph V. Perry as Mr. Jenkins. In The Partridge Family, Joseph V. Perry brought to life the unforgettable Mr. Jenkins, the stern, perpetually annoyed neighbor who viewed the family's musical lifestyle as pure chaos. With a stiff-collared look and a constant scowl, he became the voice of order amid the joyful anarchy of the Partridges. Born on February 13, 1931 in Burbank, California, Perry was 39 when he took on the role. His ability to blend seriousness with perfectly timed humor gave the show a refreshing edge. Mr. Jenkins wasn't just a grump, he was the comic contrast that made the Partridges' vibrancy shine even brighter. Following his stint on the show, Perry's television career continued to grow. He became a familiar face on both dramas and comedies, eventually earning a cherished role as Nemo, the pizza shop owner in Everybody Loves Raymond, where he delighted fans from 1996 to 1999. Sadly, Perry passed away on February 23, 2000 at age 69. But the characters he created, especially Mr. Jenkins, continue to live on, reminding us of his gift for bringing humor and humanity to even the most cantankerous roles. Thank you for spending this moment with us, remembering the beloved cast of The Partridge Family. Time moves on, but their spirit lives forever. See you in the next story, and until then, take care and keep the memories close.